What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy J Dub, the #1 comment on YouTube, and I'm back with another review. This is Ready to Love DC, the reunion part 2. Now, as I said on my previous video, I did the recap of Married at First Sight. I'm running behind because I had a technical difficulty with my iPad. Wasn't uploading, had to get another device to get it going, and again, so far so good. It's running smoothly, so we're gonna continue right along so I can catch up. And with the reunion, because it's not a, let's say, a couple situation, I am going to go back to the old format for this video and just doing points that I like to bring up. And again, I'm not going to hit every detail, every scene, but you know, as me being the #1 YouTube commenter, that's where I live. That's where what I need. I don't need the likes or nothing, subscriptions, nothing. Everybody who rocking with me rocks with me. I just need y'all in them comments, and I swear by me asking that y'all have showed up, showed out, because we get down in those comments and we just have a whole lot of fun interacting. Y'all show me some points that I may have missed, or some thoughts or perspectives. We have some debates, have jokes, learning, all that. I'm with it. So y'all keep showing that support down in them comments, because to me, that's the best part of the channel. That's everything for me. So I appreciate all the support y'all continue to do. So let's get into this recap of the reunion for Ready to Love DC. So it pretty much starts back up with Tasia having her breakdown. You know, Tasia's going through it. She's saying that the whole situation is just ghetto, too much back and forth. Because initially, what started was the whole situation with Camille saying she was gonna F everybody up, talking about the ladies, if y'all put Cornelius in the bottom too. And that's where it kind of bothers me with the substitute teacher Tanika Ray. You know, I think she has great personality, poise, she's professional, she looks great, all that good stuff. But where I really felt like she dropped the ball is when they just saying, let's agree to disagree that Camille didn't say she gonna F y'all up. Now, as far as hosting the reunions, Carlos King broke the mold. I don't expect everybody to do what Carlos King did, you know, like from Love and Marriage Huntsville. But even Nephew Tommy would have kind of pressed the issue or made Camille have some accountability. Say like, listen, I mean, I wasn't at the table. I wasn't at the retreat. I was at the house or whatever. But I see you up here saying you're going to F them up, and you got to take some accountability. Just saying that it's a voiceover and all that, that's not good enough. But that's where I think Tanika Ray dropped the ball at. It was just like, okay, you got your truth and you got your truth. No, it's a such thing as the truth. So I didn't like it. I didn't like it. So we're going to go to Walter's segment. And pretty much what Walter's segment is about Sabrina rejecting him on decision day. And you could tell Walter was pretty visibly bothered by Sabrina rejecting him. I don't know if it's an ego thing. Did he truly deep down care about Sabrina? I don't know, but you could see he was hurt. He was bothered. Something happened. And as far as how the situation went down with Walter and Sabrina, they both had two different views of the situation. Walter felt like Sabrina wasn't truly a friend by not letting him know that, hey, you're not going to choose me. So that needed to be communicated. Sabrina is like, I've already told you that, you know, you're lacking in the attention department or courting her or what have you. And you could have known something was going on if you actually called me. But, you know, I'm more on the side of what Sabrina's saying, because if Walter's really showing interest, he would really know where she's at, and it's just instead of assuming or thinking that things were good or what have you. Because I don't think Sabrina owes him to say like, hey, before we go on to decision day, I'm gonna let you know when we get to the bridge and the flowers, I'm not gonna choose you, okay? She ain't gotta do that. You're supposed to be there for Ready for Love, and you're not showing her the attention and the consistency that you're supposed to. She has every right to make her decision all the way up till she touched the bridge. So Yeah, they're just at a agree to disagree. So we moved on to Courtney, and I forgot about Courtney. Courtney's been gone so long, and I never realized how much it irked me. You know, as people who watch my channel know, I'm a very detailed person. I pick up on a lot of things, and we see Courtney. Well, I can't do mine because I ain't got no hair up here. So we're gonna see Courtney always touching and digging in her hair. And I mean, it always threw me off. I'm like, what? I know it's a lot of hair. I know it's a lot of hair, but all that touching and digging and it bothered me. So I mean, it helped me out. Here's the thing, because I'm some things that I don't even know. Now, with Courtney's wonderful full sideshow bob thing going on, of her hair, was that all her hair or really her hair? Because when she came to the reunion, it was like flat and low, and it was like, did she cut her hair? I don't know. You know, actually, I like the look of it in her digging and rubbing, and you know, especially you got food and drinks and you doing. If I'm at the bar doing this, I mean, somebody gonna be like, can you stop you digging in your hair so much? You know, it's a cleanliness thing. So but I thought she explained herself well, like the position she was taking as far as Cornelius, like she was pursuing him, because you know Courtney gives off that, as she said, that Leo lion energy. She's the hunter. She gonna get with you, so you ain't gotta court her or chase her. And if you coming forward, she gonna come twice as forward. So I got where she was coming from. You know, it's just a difference of a way of doing things. So we go into the Corey segment. You know, I gave throughout the season, I gave Corey all kind of names. Creepy Corey, corny Corey. He gives himself name, Mr. 666, the king of first dates, all of that kind of stuff. And from a mile away, you can see the game that he's running throughout the process. And I mean, to me, initially through the process, Sabrina is the only one who truly called him out on his game, and she reduced him when they got to. That's like a kid talking to a grown woman, and that's exactly what happened. She broke Corey down, and we got more Corey antics. He's, you know, according to Corey, he goes above and beyond to please a woman, and he wants. I want a woman to look at me how my mom looks at my dad. I mean, like Corey needs a hug and all that kind of stuff. You know, and some people feel like he's a genuine guy with the tears, but I don't see it. When, you know, because when he's wailing up, he'll get down, he got to drop down. You got to work them tears up, squeeze them eye ducts, and he get up and his eyes is red and wet. And, you know, I just try so hard. I try so hard. It's giving me that Zach feeling from Married at First Sight. It's giving Zackish. And I just didn't see it for Corey, you know, and even he had supporters. Like, I was surprised Camille. Nobody would hear nothing from Camille, you know. And she's nasty with everything, you know. Don't downplay his feelings. It's real, you know. Just the way she said it, you know, that BGS for life stuff. I can't stand it. But Sabrina actually stood up for Corey, saying that, you know, he's a little different. He's processing things differently. And in a sense, I believe that. But I don't believe he doesn't know what he's doing, because you have to listen to what he's saying to you. He's telling you he's the king of first dates. So he's locking in that, hey, I can get him one time. And to me, what that gives off is a person is trying to see what he can get throughout that first date. If he can smash or whatever he can do in that first date, that's what he's about. Or he'll deem himself Mr. Copy and Paste. That's not somebody who's genuine. You're pretty much saying, I'm going to treat and create a formula for all the women. It's just that it really didn't work in this process because they all were talking to each other. So I don't see that's a guy who's misunderstood. That's manipulation. You're manipulating the situation. You're not trying to connect with the woman. You're trying to find out how you can play her to get what you want. And you just see it throughout out the clips. That's just what he was about. And even through his crying, even they approach Courtney with it and saying, like, dude, so do you feel differently that, you know, he's sincere? Or she's like, nah, I just feel like he playing games with it. Or what. She tried to take a pause because I guess she didn't really want to seem like the mean girl or try to be sensitive to what Corey was going through. But rightfully so. I mean, he played the them games where he dropping cards and whatever he doing, she got to find the cards and all these love letters and a scavenger hunt or whatever of love games and promising all the women, hey, you gonna meet my family and this is serious. I can see us and all that. I don't buy that. I don't believe that. And what really drove home is like when Moomin spoke on the situation, was saying like, okay, if this guy is so sincere, how come when I ask him a question, he's deflecting and lying and all that? He's Moomin asking Corey in the clip about like, hey, did you drop notes for Courtney or whatever? And he like, did you see me drop any notes? That's not a misunderstood guy. That's a guy who is dealing in deception. That's ain't no other way to take it. But okay, let's feel sorry for Corey, for those who do. I don't. Hey, maybe he don't process everything. He can be dyslexic. He can be what they say on the spectrum. All that. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but he's definitely off. Something's wrong. And sharing a quick personal Corey story because I don't want to give him no more minutes than he needs to. Like, I'm the number one commenter on my channel. The man will come in my comments trying to, justify or get with what I'm saying. Or I don't pay that no attention. I don't get into that because this is me personally. Because I got my own channel. I can speak on it like that. I don't agree with these the cast members being in our forms of talking about them or whatever. Okay, not that I'm afraid of Corey. I just like, listen, you don't have to convince me or sway my opinion another way about you. I'm going about what I see, and that's my opinion. That ain't going to change. The man even got in the DMs trying to IG me about explaining himself. I don't need that. I know something's going on. Something's off. Something ain't right. So we can keep that energy over there. So I hope this video is the last time I'm ever going to mention Corey. So let's move on. So we're going into Sia. We're going to do her segment. She finally gets her moment because that's what it really was about. Because, yeah, she may have been going through something with her mother and having that displaced anger or what have you. But if it's really that serious or if it's possible, go be with your mother instead of coming to Ready Love suffering. And we don't need your segment, but she's here. So she seems to be feeling better now that she has a moment to speak. And she pretty much says that throughout the process, she wasn't pursued. She wanted to be pursued. She wasn't at the bottom. She wasn't at the top. But it really, to see his moment, turned into Corey's moment because she kind of brought him into it. Because Tasia said Corey has been lying all this time. And he, Corey does what he does. He's going to continue to lie and deflect the situation. He was, talking about the love triangle because Tasia wanted him to admit, hey, I was in a love triangle too with Courtney and Moomin and all that. Like, that's something to be proud of. Or that's Corey. Corey like to take you in the woods and play with you on the log and all that kind of stuff. Saying using Corey's anything was nothing. So it just got so bad to a point where like the men are usually quiet. Even Phil, even Walter had to speak up and pretty much saying like, come on, Corey, we be like supporting you or backing you up. Now you just flat out lying. You're playing games. And nobody said they didn't like Tasia. They thought she was cool. And crazy enough, that was enough for Tasia. She got up and did her Kenya Moore spin and sashayed and showed her dress off because they said she was cool. It's really not a compliment. They don't see you. They see you as a decent person, but not someone they would want to be with. So, okay. So to close out her segment, she just wants everybody to know in the city that she's vaxxed and she's waxed. So she's ready to play. Wonderful. So let's go to the BGS enforcer, Zodia. Her segment, crazy enough, not a Zodia fan was in the beginning, but until she showed those true colors, it got real ugly. I'm not with it, but I did like her apology. Whether it was genuine or not to Dante, she pretty much broke it down like she was holding herself accountable, just saying that the way she behaved wasn't the right thing to do. She should have went the other way. She had no right to do that. Okay, that's the right things to say, like politically correct. Hey, I didn't mean to do it. I shouldn't have did it. It was a mistake. I lost my cool. Okay, I'm with it. I got that. But what I didn't like is when she gave Dante that backhanded compliment, and when Tanika Ray asked her like, "Well, you were going to choose Dante or what have you," and she was like, "Well, yeah, I was going to choose him because he's like fun, but usually I have a problem with picking men because I'm so into the fun thing. So I really went with Naeem because like he's better for me. He got my back or whatever." And that's what it was all about. She was upset that Dante was feeling Aisha, but when he said feeling, she thought that, hey, I'm making my final decision. You chose her. And that's what started, the big poking in the nose debacle. And what I didn't like, the way Dante got involved, well, I mean, he had the right to answer the question or speak on it because he was directly in the situation. But he was more so like, oh, I didn't remember she said that she was feeling me or she was going to pick me in that type of sense. That's a lie because he did say why she stand over in her face. Oh, so you was going to roll with me? You was going to rock with me? So maybe he don't remember. Maybe he's a Corey, a liar. So I don't know, but it's a mess when it comes to Zodia. So let's move on to the next. The America's #1 couple, Aisha and Dante. I never really saw it for them because their connection came late in the game. And really, it gave me ready to lust instead of the love. And I mean, now it's so romantical and mystical and all that kind of stuff. Aisha says Dante is everything she's ever been asking for. I'm like, where and what? What is he? You wanted a man with 3 kids spread across the United States, or a man who wears a crushed velvet sheer suit? I don't know. I'm not even gonna go on Dante. Dante is the fan favorite, so I'm gonna leave him alone. But I just didn't see the genuine connection that she's talking about. And I thought Dante gave a great explanation as far as like their connection, saying that when they were talking, they were just speaking about real life, more so not the process of the show, like really trying to get together and learn each other and understand each other. And I can respect that because that kind of made it real instead of trying to just make it to the end. They wanted to know each other and their goals and how they felt and their experiences. So, that shows that you're really trying to connect with someone. Now we know Aisha has been divorced, and the Tanika Ray brings up like, well, are y'all ready for marriage? And then goes to commercial break and comes back. And I don't really like that marriage. Why are they talking about marriage? They're trying to find some love. I mean, they already moving too fast or what have you, but what is a person going to say? But Dante kind of played it off real good. He's like, well, if we're taking it slow and we're exploring right now, and if things go well, then sky's the limit. I guess that means marriage or sky's the limit, because you can see Aisha is very adamant about being married again. She's, I've been in that space and I know that's what I want in my life. So she doesn't want to scare Dante off, but I guess in time will tell. She will see what they say, what are your intentions? She's going to see what his true intentions are. So pretty much just how, again, the show wrapped up. I felt like things weren't answered. Of course, I wanted to really dive into the Shiloh and Phil situation. I really wanted to go into that big old statement Zodia at the end of her segment saying like, hey, Aisha is dense and dumb and all that kind of stuff, calling her names. Aisha was talking before, so I really wanted her to address that, because that was just like out in the open, out in the public. They played that, so I think she had the right to address that. And why didn't we get to see that? Or maybe she did speak on it, but I'm only going by what we saw. And the show, it didn't do anything for me. They could have just added 15 more minutes and did that same segment. I just didn't really see it for. But one of I guess the highlight of what was going on, how they try to do at the end, they always say like, has anybody got anything to say? Anybody want to shoot their shot or take one more chance at love? All that kind of stuff. And Tanika Ray made no exception. She did it. And nobody said nothing. But then she just singled out, Tyrone, crazy-eyed Tyrone. And Tyrone surprised everybody, Tyrone in his own fashion, how he do. He say, my man say, I'm gonna repeat his word verbatim. Are the hosts in consideration? Maybe he should have said is, but okay. It's Tyrone. We're not gonna hold that against you. But I thought the man was brave. When she said shoot your shot, the man shooting his shot at the host. He like, yeah, he picked up, he said, I might got the eyes, but I heard you single and, what's up? And I like that. She played it off a little bit. We don't know, but that's what shooting your shot is about. Maybe Tanika Ray's gonna bite. Maybe she won't. The cast members was pumping Tyrone up like, yeah, girl, he got a good job, so that might be all right. I mean, I ain't want him, but Tanika Ray might want him, but I doubt it. But okay, the man took a chance. You can't make a shot if you don't take it. So big shout out to Tyrone. He shot his shot at Tanika Ray. But now we see like they moving into this transition. That's done. Now next week we're going right into Ready to Love Potomac. Now, me being from the DMV, I'm not even excited about this. It's like some put together show. To me, if they're going to do a do-over, I want them to do a do-over of DC with people really from there, getting that flavor, getting that experience. These are transplants. These are actors. I don't like it. But I'm going to be here for it. What else I got to do? So we get another chance at it. But I just won't have my expectations up here this time. So again, as I say, I appreciate y'all's support. Y'all here with me. Get down in those comments. And I thank y'all so much for everything. Y'all could be anywhere in this YouTube world, but you're here with me. I really appreciate that, and I really mean it.